the 253 All Day Everyday Review Channel podcast. Whatever you want to call it, honestly, you're listening, you're paying attention. It's much appreciated by me. This week, I'm going to be talking about the Tacoma Nature Center, one of the hidden gems in Tacoma in the Metro Parks park system, in my personal opinion. It is definitely one of those great spots where you feel like you've gotten away in Tacoma. Just put the headphones in because sometimes the cars coming by kind of ruins that serenity. But if you have your headphones in, you got a good playlist going around and there's no one else around. This feels like you can get away from all the hustle and bustle around here in Tacoma and really just dive deep into what Mother Nature can offer you in some good self-awareness healing. Tacoma Nature Center to me is not just my own personal photography heaven at points. Really depends on the lighting. But I personally love, and I keep going back to this place. It definitely shows every single season: spring, fall, winter, all those fun times. I know during COVID times the park was closed to the public at some point, so I know some people during the springtime didn't realize that you can still walk in the park. They were just closing it down so people couldn't park in there, but it is what it is. The Tacoma Nature Center, let's get back a little bit on track here. The Tacoma Nature Center is located off of Pine and 19th, right across the street from Cheney Stadium, also kitty corner from the Fried Myers over there. A really, really hidden gem. You will definitely miss the turn if you're not paying attention. If you're coming from South End, if you're coming from the South End, coming up Pine, is it Pine? No, it's not Pine at all. Wow, I completely failed on that. It's Tyler. Sorry, Tyler in 19th. See, sometimes I still get my directions mixed up, and I'm a local. But yeah, Tyler in 16th. If you're coming from the South End, from Tyler, you have to make a right into the Tacoma Nature Center. If you do happen to miss it, you can do a U-turn in one of the parking lots off of 19th. There's a lot of apartments and stuff like that, so you don't have to cause issue from traffic. If you're coming from 6th Ave from the north end, it is going to be on your left-hand side of Tyler, on that side, on the left-hand side of Tyler. But just make sure when you are making that left-hand turn, get into the lane. Don't stop in the middle of the two. And stop in the middle of Tyler. There is a turn lane into it. If there is a lot of people there, just be patient. It will kind of stack up every once in a while, so just please be aware of what everything is going on. Sorry, I gotta take a sip of my coffee. So definitely, just be aware when you're going to parking. There is plenty of parking in there, but there is plenty of signs up. Do not leave your valuables in there. Do not. Sorry. Not trying to be mean to anybody around here or anything, but there's a high homeless population and people that are just nomadic, walking around all the time. They pretty much kind of stay away from that area because they know people are there to have a good time, or not have a good time, but like go there watching nature. And a lot of people that are patrons of that park will just call the cops on people that are prowling around anyways in general. So it's kind of not a hot spot, but there is signs up there. So if you go during a time early in the morning or really late at night trying to catch those awesome golden hour photos, just bring all your lenses in your backpack. Just keep all the valuable stuff in there. I mean, if you leave a water bottle, no big deal. But all the valuable stuff, there is people, unfortunately, looking to make a quick come up out there. So just be careful, be self-aware. Scan the parking lot right before you leave your car, before you put your headphones in to zone out. Just take into account, hey, there's some people walking over there looking like that, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Just take account of everything that's going on around you. This place is very peaceful, but it is not a place where crime cannot take place. I don't know how to say that in a nice way. People still will do messed up stuff in that area, so just be careful and be self-aware. Outside of that, they have awesome like little kiosks to tell you different stuff about the park there. So if you're a person like me that's kind of a nature nerd and wants to know like what plants, what animals, what kind of things are going on around in that area, they do have awesome information little kiosks throughout the park and where the trails are at. The trail is very well marked. There's 3 different ones. The full loop, I want to say, is 1.5 miles, while the half loop is maybe a little bit under 1 mile. Obviously something not too strenuous, so if you're not the most active person in the world trying to get back into being more active, this is a perfect place to start off. There are gradual hills, so you can challenge yourself, but also to something not as crazy as something like a Chambers Bay where the hill is like this. The hills are more like maybe at a maybe 3 to 4% incline, but it gives you something to work to, and will definitely get you a nice sweat coming through. Um, to all my photographer heads out there, golden hour both times of the day. Morning has a lot more warmer colors. Well, at night, because of where it sits on the hill, you have to judge the golden hour a little bit more because the sun will be coming down on the backside of Tacoma. So you have to make sure if you want to get the evening golden hour shots, go probably like 30 minutes to 45 minutes before actual golden hour, at least in the summer days. The winter times, obviously, it's getting dark around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and usually the sun's already on the back end of Tacoma around 3:30. So you really, really, really have to play that correctly. In the morning, though, a lot of my shots are. Dang, I messed up this week. Dang it. A lot of my shots are usually in golden hour morning time, just because the sun is the sun is just peaking and coming through, so the light is very warm. Lots of reds, oranges. You get the greens out of the color spectrum from the true light. One of my favorite shots right there, I just took last week. The light hit perfectly. You got the focus. I got the focus kind of through the trees. Beautiful. If you're a portrait photographer, 100% this bridge right here. I've been wanting to get somebody out there with me during those times to take shots out there, because when the lighting hits it right, I think if you get the bokeh just correctly, you can really capture someone's personality of someone being chill, serene, very, very relaxing. So I've been definitely wanting to get a couple shots out there with a couple models, but I need to vibe with them first. So hit me up if you're interested in portraits. I'm getting a little bit more into them, but I'm trying to shoot portraits for a purpose, not really for funsies, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. Just hit me up. All of my stuff is down there at the bottom. But yes, this bridge is definitely one of on my bucket list to get portraits done by with somebody. Ugh, sorry. Doing a little bit of early morning podcast, so I gotta make sure I drink my coffee. To continue with it though, if you're not a photography head, if you just want to get out in nature, I really, really, really advise. If you're anywhere in the north end, anywhere from the south end, this place is only like maybe a 10-15 minute drive outside of traffic days. Obviously, between the prime times of like 2:30 to 5 o'clock, might have to add an extra 10, maybe 15 minutes onto wherever you're coming from, just due to high volumes of people just driving around. Not This is also a good place to go trail running. I see a lot of people on the trails. Just be courteous and understand there are people out there. Unfortunately, no mountain bikes and any other like serious like motorized activities. It's there really strictly just to walking and running and enjoying the scenery. It's really there to give people that don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle sometimes with Point Defiance Park, because it is definitely getting more and more popular. This is a hidden gem in Tacoma. Get a cool little graphic, but Chris's hidden gem, check mark, woo. So I personally like it. I like to hit it obviously early mornings, evenings. In the afternoon, it's awesome times too to go running, because a lot of people there are just trying to enjoy the day. So if you just want to go for a quick run, like a quick mile-and-a-half run, I know mile and a half isn't that long, but it's good just to get the blood pumping, get it moving, wake up in the morning type of a situation, or wake up in the afternoon, get your blood running through your system type of a thing. So I've 100% tell you to definitely go to this area. Photographers, if you're totally into that nature thing, so you don't have to drive like an hour out to the mountains sometimes. This is definitely, if you wake up kind of like I do sometimes in the morning, go, oh crud, it's sunny, let's go get some nice shots, and run out the door. This is definitely a place in Tacoma that you have to hit up. I 100% advise it. Outside of that, please just go check it out. The Metro Parks sets up like cool little scavenger hunts sometimes in there, where you have to find like certain animals or like birds. So definitely check out their Instagram page. They do cool stuff like that, especially during these COVID times, which is hard to get out and be around people. They give you at least something to do with your kids. So that is kind of my review of the Tacoma Nature Center this week. I'm going to be talking about next week one of my personal favorite spots for photography, especially in the springtime. I don't think I've done Titlow Park or Titlow Beach. area yet. Let me check my thing here. No, I haven't. Oh, I did Hidden Beach, which is kind of Titlow. You know what? You know what? No, I'll talk about Titlow because I won't just talk about Titlow Beach. I'll talk about the cool bar down there too. So we'll talk about the bar, beach. Hopefully they stay open through the pandemic. That really stinks because I really like that bar in the evenings. And just kind of what other cool stuff is around in that area of the Titlow Beach. There's a nice cool brewery called Narrows Brewing, also down there, which is super dope. So yeah, we'll be talking about Titlow, Narrows Brewing, the beach, that whole little general area, and what kind of cool stuff is down there. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff down there is going to be closed for the winter. Not really closed, but it's not going to be as cool as it is in the springtime or the summer, just due to like the weather wise. But there is still stuff to do, and especially during this pandemic, if you have the extra cash and funds, go support those places. I know it's hard times right now, but I mean, I appreciate everyone that's been viewing these. I know I haven't been the best at promoting them. I think I need to do better on that personally. I also too have been working on my Twitch channel. That's kind of like my daily thing. I've been streaming every day for the last almost 2 to 3 weeks. I'm really building a community down there. I really enjoy what it's doing, especially for my regulars. We have a Discord channel. We talk on a daily basis, trying to keep our heads out of this craziness right now. I really think people need to realize that we do have ways and outlets to be social. It's just out of the norm right now. Sometimes we just can't be social face to face, but digitally we can be, and we can support each other still, and we're being there. Just to pre-warn everybody though, I'm not as professional on there. I do get a little bit on the crazier side. I do get on the crazier side. I act like my normal self a little bit more. So be prepared. There is, I say, a not safe for work 18 plus thing on it. So just be careful. Sometimes I go a little crazy in there. Headphone warning. Do kind of scream and yell sometimes if I get frustrated. Apologize. But yeah, check that out. Definitely building up that down there. Also too, oh, I need to add that link on there. I started my super pumped. Started my finally released my personal project. I'm starting like a clothing brand type of my own thing, my persona. I have big plans for my partner in crime. I call my alter ego Green, the rainier frog, or the rainforest frog. With the adventures of him going on, I dropped my first sweatshirts, t-shirt designs, Teespring. That is just another thing that I am just going off of. So I'll put the link down in the bio of my YouTube channel. Go check it out. I'm not saying to go think. Just tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the design is. I'm going to try to constantly keep updating designs on that Teespring to show my more creative side of things, because that is definitely a huge personal project of mine, on top of building my Twitch TV channel too. So if you can check out my Twitch, obviously follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I always tell when I'm going live. Prints are down at the pick fair. All of these prints are gonna be there, plus a little bit more. I also will be linking my Teespring thing for my brand, trying to present myself in the light that I've always wanted to be. So thank you so much for listening this week. I greatly appreciate it. And till next time, peace.